What is up, my fellow Chibits? Hopefully all of you are having a very good day today, no matter what time it is, no matter where you live. I wish you a very good day. And so with that being said, let's talk about the latest chapter of Taizai. So, Bon makes a return. He's no longer just staying behind the scenes and being considered irrelevant. He finally pops up in this chapter. And even though he pops up, it wasn't even Bon that even did a blow to the man. Like, all Bon was there for was to literally save King, Galther, Diane, Elizabeth, Meliodas. He just grabbed them, snatched them, and got them out of harm's way. So when I think about it like that, Bon still got the shaft this chapter. Like, he got the shaft, once again. Because even after he came in, like, you know, with a really epic-looking panel, as soon as that happened, King just smacks Chandler. Just hits him. Even though King's already taking damage. Bon doesn't do it, King does. And I'm thinking like, please, please knock this sensei. Please, like, please, give this man a buff. Give this man a buff. Like, he needs a buff. Like, this man needs a power up because all he's useful for right now is literally to just snatch people. Snatch items, that's it. It's sad. It's really sad how far Bon has fallen. It really is sad. Now, I want to talk about something which I don't know if I should consider this what Bon did, or if it's just really how he got affected by, you know, Galther and King's attack. So, when Chandler said that his spirit was damaged as well, like he was saying he was damaged, his spirit and all that, he took more damage than he thought, I was under the impression as soon as that happened, I was assuming Bon stole his, you know, his strength and all that. I was assuming that's what Bon did. Now, we do know that Bon has an upper limit. He has a limit. He can't, you know, absorb as much strength, like, you know, too much strength. He has a limit, and only his body can take so much. And so, in this case, he probably can't take everything from the man. But considering he is a mage, and mages don't typically have a lot of physical strength, because that's just how mages are in the first place, then if Bon was to snatch this man's strength, he would obviously be considerably weakened. And in this case, when the man got a little bit, you know, dizzy or whatever, I assume Bon stole his strength. But then it was clarified that it was actually King and Galther's, you know, combination attack. So, I was thinking, like, I guess Bon didn't do it. So, I was like, for Nakaba-sensei to go in and say something like that, I guess, yeah, I guess Bon just didn't steal his strength. So, once again, Bon being a little bit irrelevant. I'm kind of sad about that. Like I said, I'm sad about that, but nothing I can do about it. Anyways, though, let's talk about what we got with this chapter. So, the fusion attack. The attack with, you know, Galther and King. So, they charge it up, and they manage to actually make a fake attack, make it look like they were attacking first, and eventually, once that happened, and Chandler used full counter in midair, which he hit nothing, it made it to where his overall position was off. It's kind of like this. When you're in midair, and you're fighting or whatever, and then you're in position, you're falling back down, you don't usually have a lot of time to readjust. You don't have time to readjust in midair, usually, unless this is Dragon Ball Z. And so, in this case, after attacking and all that, it left it open enough, long enough for Galther and King to go in and attack him, which with this 1 second. So they struck at him. Soon as he had this like 1 second opening, they got at him, and then they did some damage. Now, even though they hit him, the damage was relatively small. I mean, it broke his magic barrier, as he said, which that's pretty powerful, probably to break his magic barrier, but it broke his magic barrier, and it did a little bit of a wound on his face and all that. You see how he was bleeding and all that, and he's like, I couldn't block all of the damage. Now, we do later find out that apparently they also hit his spirit. Now, I guess it's not Bon, since, you know, there was nobody denying it, so basically, they damaged his spirit as well with the attack. Now, the big thing that happened here is that Chandler, the reason why he got hurt, and the reason why he's getting whooped right now is because he is underestimating the sins, which is okay, so I know he's making mistakes, but he's underestimating the sins, and that is why he's getting destroyed right now. It's why he's getting hurt. I mean, it's not like the Sins are having a cakewalk. It's not like they're easily destroying the man, because obviously the dude is way stronger than them, but he's underestimating the Sins, which in turn is causing this man to take a lot of damage. And so, him getting hit like that multiple times is thanks to him dropping his guard. He needs to take this a little bit more seriously. I mean, he's a cool character overall, but he's obviously not taking the fight too seriously, and that's why he's overall getting damaged. If he was to go all in, this probably would have already been over. Just, let's face the facts here. Now, let's talk about, you know, what he did in this chapter in terms of, against Diane. So, Diane, even with her being shrunken down and all that, she actually managed to block his attack, Chandler's attack. She managed to block his attack by, covering her, body in heavy metal, and then when he struck at her, she reflected it back like it was nothing. And I do like the exchange right there when he says, like, look, I used to deal with that all the time. What a troublesome ability from your giant clan. That's very troublesome. He's like, I guess I'll just melt it off. And you see the man just having, like, steam and stuff coming off his hand. I'm like, oh, man, this man is just straight savage. He's like, okay, you got heavy metal and stuff? Let me just melt you down a little bit. I got you. So, I like that combo right there. I felt that very funny. I don't know if it's just me, but I had a good laugh there. Then, we also have the segment with, King, how he also dropped his guard. So, it's not actually just, Chandler dropping his guard, but King dropped his guard as well. He thought, Chandler got knocked out of the park, it was over and all that, many demons were coming in, and when the man just, sent Chastafol and attacked the demons coming in, which were actually an illusion, which caused him to get full countered. So, right then and there, both sides are making mistakes. They're both underestimating each other, and just, King, please, you shouldn't have done that. Like, when Chandler was exposing the man, saying, like, it was such a simple attack and all that, how careless of you, I couldn't help but agree. I'm like, King, you were being very careless in that moment. There's just no reason for it why you should have done that. You should have honestly have figured something was going on for all those demons just to pop up like that. You shouldn't have just struck at the man and exactly in the same direction you just threw him at. There's just no way. Then, going a step further as well, we also have it to where Galther has now been, like, absolute order or whatever. He's been controlled by, Chandler. So he can no longer deny the orders from this man. Like if he says, stand there and don't do anything, then you're going to stand there and don't do anything while he goes off and does his own thing. Now, I'm very curious about this one since he gave, like, Galther an absolute order. It makes me wonder, can Galther resist it? Because we got to remember Galther's structure as a person. He's a doll. He was made by the original Galther. He doesn't have a heart. We know he's formed emotions and stuff, and he used to be a puppet, but then his strings got cut, thanks to the real Galther. It makes me wonder, since he was a creation, can he actually resist being controlled in a way? That's what makes me very curious. Can he resist being controlled because of his origin, where he came from? I'm curious about that, and I wonder if he really can deny the man's orders. We'll just have to see where it goes. But overall, though, I feel like the chapter was an okay chapter. It was nothing amazing. It was a good chapter, though, but like I said, nothing amazing. And I feel like, in terms of just Chandler right now, he's slightly disappointing me. I'm a little bit disappointed by him. I really am. I'm a little bit disappointed. I figured he would be a little bit more epic. I mean, I know he's weakened from the demon still. I know he got hit by the spirit and all that. And he's just showing rookie mistakes. So hopefully he shows us something really incredible in the upcoming chapters. I know he's weakened and stuff. I just want him to take it a little bit more seriously and fight and not go easy on the 7 deadly sins. And will Bond finally actually be able to do anything? That is the question. We'll have to, see finally as well. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this chapter. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Please be honest in the comments below. If you like my content, please, subscribe. If you enjoy this video, please leave a like. And also, if you want to support me for I can continue to focus on YouTube, please go in the description and support me on Patreon. It does help me out a lot, and I would truly appreciate it. And so with that being said, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.